You're watching Ghost 802.
Well, hello and welcome Ghost 802 fans to another episode of Ghost 802. I thought I'd take it out of the realm a little bit today instead of doing myths and tips and do a live action interview with one of our own pro staffers, Caylib. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for the continued support, continuing to watch, continuing to tell others about us, and most of all, thank you to all the sponsors that continue to support us on this adventure known as Ghost 802. So, just a quick intro. Caylib here. This is his second year. He's gone to a conservation camp, and I wanted to do an interview for the rest of the young folks out there if they're wondering what it's about or maybe what they have to do to get into it. Wanted to just, and instead of an adult saying it, sometimes it's better coming out of the proverbial horse's mouth, so to speak. So without further ado, you already know Caylib. You've seen him in some of our videos. He worked real hard this past spring turkey hunting. He'd been working real hard shooting bow and getting ready for this fall season. And I'm not going to steal any of his thunder and tell you what else he's achieved this year. I'm going to go ahead and let Caylib do it.
Well, so for the conservation camp, to get into it, you can go to the website on Facebook, I think, and then they have one on Google, maybe. I don't really know about that. But yeah, you go in there, you email them.
What's the name of the conservation camp?
It's Green Mountain Conservation Camp.
So this is for Vermonters. Do they do just Vermonters, Caylib, or do they do outside of Vermont as well?
Well, whenever I did my basic week to get my hunting and my rifle hunting license and bow hunting license, there was a kid that had came all the way from Florida. And then this past time, whenever I got my trapping license, there was a kid that was from Massachusetts. So
there you have it, folks. You don't have to just be a Vermonter to apply for this conservation camp.
And it's a great experience. You can go there for your basic week to get your hunting licenses for both bow and gun. And then after you do the bow and gun test and pass it, you can go back for your advanced week, which you can do or you can get your trapping license. You can do a class on waterfowl, and then you can go do another class on backpacking. And basically, I did the trapping one. I don't know what they did in the other classes, but for the trapping one, you started your classes on Tuesday. Mornings came in the morning. They did a class, basically like telling you what is legal, what you can do, and whatnot. And then Wednesday, you do a little bit more. You set some traps, and then you take the test on Wednesday afternoon. So it's not even 2 days of classes, which is pretty awesome for me because I don't really I like the classes, but I would rather be outside doing the stuff versus in the building just learning that stuff.
Right. So let's go back to your first year. What tell us the day-to-day basic without telling all the secrets, and because we want to keep some of it a mystery for the folks and the kids out there that might have an interest in it. So we don't want to tell them all the really cool secrets.
Yeah.
But let's give them a couple. Maybe you wake up in the morning and.
So you would wake up in the morning. You would sit around where the fire would be, and then you would go down, eat breakfast, and then you would have some classes, lunch, and then you could a couple more classes, and then at the end of the days you could go out and swim, or you could just swim. You can go fishing. You shoot 22s and 20 gauges, and you take your tests Friday, so you have all the classes from the past couple days, and it's basically just you study for the test while you're not even really studying, because they basically tell you all the information that you're going to need without you needing to look through a book and stuff. So that's pretty cool to me, I think.
Great. And then this year, did you meet some friends that were there last year as well, or were they all new kids?
Yeah, there was 2 kids that were there for my basic week. Got to catch up with them, and
so you've made new friends over it too, and you keep track of each other via YouTube or Facebook, or how do you texting?
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
So here it is, folks. I believe you can also probably go to the Fish and Wildlife Department website and check them out. Get your names in there. It's what we're about here at Ghost 802. It's getting the youth out of doors and into the wild, or out of the house and into the out of doors, you should say, and into the wild. Not just running and gunning and throwing arrows everywhere. It's teaching ethics, teaching why the animals might be there, their habitat, helping be a steward of the land to achieve a better habitat for the ecosystem. Right down to, I heard you had some fun with some frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do about anything at this conservation camp. We here at Ghost 802 highly recommend it, and that's due to just some of the feedback that Caylib's given us. Thank you if anybody from the camp affiliation, etc., are watching our videos, for what you're doing. Thank you, Caylib, for doing this interview, and thank you for continuing to perceive a great image on proper ethics and safety and hunting. We got a new Vermont trapper right here, folks. So he's going to be a fur bearing sport guy as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our sponsors. And remember, thank the good Lord above for every day that we have. And you're watching
Ghost 802.